much.
Those are great records and flags. You get to hear them just again. There's room for both of you to experiment, to play against each other, to play with each other. It's great dynamic.
And there was a lot of instant propositions in both albums, you know, and they explained.
I think you're lucky because you're such a fine musician, good training as well as skill and instinct that most of us cannot compose so instantly and have good results, but you certainly are capable of doing that. I saw a great picture here when they had the big bank of keyboards, and in the front of it was an old, already back then, worn out Mini Moog. See it in the picture on the very front? And so the Mini Moog is still here today. We have it in the booth for the Bob Moog Foundation, signed by you as well.
Yeah, that's the one I acquired actually. It's written in 1972, I think. I acquired it actually in 1973. Although it's probably a production unit which is labeled as from 1974, but it was one of the very first really working Mini Moogs. I had eventually bought another 3 by the time we were recording Refugee. We finished, what are we in January now, 2024? Exactly in January 1974, we finished the first Refugee album in the studio. And that Mini Moog is the Mini Moog I used in Refugee, in Yes, with the Relayer, Refugee, Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager, The Present, The Other Side of Life, Sur la Mer.
There's that fantastic solo on Sound Chaser. At the end of Sound Chaser is a big Mini Moog solo.
Yeah,
It's fantastic. And that instrument is in the booth. Come see Patrick and talk to him about it. But I was just thinking about it 20 years ago, not so long ago, but still a while ago. You were doing something very special, which I consider a modern thing. Young people have sort of invented it. House concerts and specialty bookings. You did your own bookings of special shows.
Yes, I mean, the idea was given to me by a friend who started to represent me as a potential agent and a potential co-manager and so on. And he had told me about the idea, so we shared the idea of doing what became at the end of 1994, the Chat tour. I wished I had patented the name, because he said, "Oh, let's call it the
CHAT stands for what?"
He had said, "Oh, let's call it the cat, you know, CAT." I said, "Why don't we call it the Chat, like Coming Home America Tour instead of Coming America Tour?"
Nice.
You know, and that's.
But it was also very what we do now, independent. We couldn't rely on the record labels anymore today. There's not so many of them, but you were doing your own independent work and seeing people up close and personal, as he does here. Very friendly and very easy to talk to people rather than putting in distance. You're including people in your life and in your world.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, because it's all possible. You know, a world of universal jam.
Speaking of including people, we do have a microphone right on this aisle. Does anybody have a question? Because we've got a little bit of under 10 minutes. And I know there'll be some interesting questions for the guys. If not, we have more to talk about, always. Oh, here we go, Michael.
Hi, Patrick. Just picking up where you just left off with the house calls, because I remember that, and I remember trying to see if I could put one together, but it didn't work out. I'm just curious, would people hire you to come in and improvise, play whatever you felt like, or did you have somebody say, "I want you to play Chopin's," you know?
When was that?
1994, at the house concerts, the independent concerts you were doing.
No, I could do, you know, if ever there was any request, it would be more, because people kind of knew my story a bit and so on, and it would be more than just talking about playing maybe one or two tunes or a medley of Yes, or one or two tunes from the Moody Blues, or maybe something, from Refugee, which is, if it's my music, I play all of them I play all the notes and all my compositions like I compose them in the first place. But if it's yes, or I do a medley or whatever, or Golden Blues, I play some of 1917 and maybe some of Tuesday afternoon. But with yes, I love to play some of the not the whole piece and so on. But generally, I'm able also to convert it to do a variation, leading to a nice formulated ending.
Thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you.